Sir Elton John. Sir Elton. How lovely to see you here again. Thank you so much for coming.
I was worried about the knits, because, you know, it's all mine.
Yeah. And, have you ever had knits?
I have.
They're a nightmare, aren't they?
No, they're a knitty nightmare.
How great to see you. I know you're madly busy at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm very busy. We've got a new album out, and I've been promoting it, and I've been playing Vegas, I played Atlanta. Now I'm over here promoting the album and starting a tour in Britain.
So you mentioned Vegas. You're in... Now, what is this? Is you have a residency?
When Celine Dion takes a break, I'm in.
That isn't that happy news for everyone.
I'm after her job. Yeah.
Celine Dion.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Celine Dion, and she played at this place at the Coliseum in Caesar's Palace, which was specially built for her. Incredible venue, 4,000 people. And then when she goes off, I was supposed to play 75 shows in 3 years, but I'll end up by playing 150 because she needs more time off, and it's great. I love it. I never thought I would, but I do.
It sounds like... I haven't been to see it. I haven't had the chance to see it. I'd love to get the chance to see it. I've heard it's incredibly theatrical, it's very camp, it's very over the top, and it's just...
How unlike me.
Yeah. Yeah, how did you stumble into that?
Well, because it's one of the largest stages in America, it's 120 feet wide by 80 feet deep, and it has a 40 feet high screen. We asked David LaChapelle, the photographer, and who's done some of my videos, to... I said, David, you've got to help me out here. We've got to fill this stage up. And he did an amazing job, and it's one of the most fun shows. I've never done a production like that before. Yeah. We don't have dancers on stage, but they dance. We have people on screen. We have something for everyone. We have large breasts. Oh. You'll be there. Yeah. Yeah.
Are they on men or women?
They're on...
I'll be honest with you.
Women.
Yeah. At my age, though, I don't really mind, as long as they're there. Let's have a look. This
I hear Jimmy beat you at tennis, by the way, today.
Jimmy Carr?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
No, OK, so... No, but you play tennis, don't you?
I do.
OK. Are you any good?
I'm not bad. Good. I just played with Andy Roddick, and we have a
Hold on, what do you mean you're not bad? You're playing Andy Roddick?
Yeah.
Jimmy, it's off. We're not playing him for money. We're not playing him for money.
Yeah.
Wow, Andy Roddick. How's that, playing with Andy Roddick?
Well, we have a tennis thing for the AIDS Foundation every year in America, which Billie Jean King organises. So it was me and Andy Roddick against Andre Agassi and Anna Kournikova. See?
Oh. Do they let you win, Elton?
No, they don't.
I bet they do, because otherwise you'll throw one of your bloody hissy fits, won't you? And go, I'm leaving, I'm never coming back to France again.
I don't do things like that.
Not anymore. No. No, you don't so much, I suppose, do you? Have you got yourself... Because you're... What do they call them? People around you call them...
I seem to be having a rough time of it recently. Yeah. You know, you were there at the Q Awards. You know what happened. It was, you know...
It was a joke on stage you made about Madonna. It was a kind of, you know, just off-the-cuff remark. And then, man, I was amazed at how widely that was reported and what a fuss that caused to stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering what it's like for you. When you say something like that, it must be weird that it just gets blown up. And also for your partner, because I know when I say something, I go home, my wife says to me, what have you done now? Yeah. So poor David, you come in the front door, it's like, oh, what have you done now, Elton?
I got many a lecture about coming out here tonight and said, you be nice, you be good. You've been saying, you know, it's like... you know, when I say something... So I'm going to be very good tonight.
He looks so worried now. He's looking at you. He's got that scared look.
Let me just clear this up. It was in the Daily Mail earlier this week that I'm back on the drinks and drugs.
Oh, you want...
The drunks and drinks.
Pronounce it properly first, or else we'll start believing them.
I'm back on the drink and drugs, and David and I are going through it. You know, it's not true. Thank you very much. I'm still 14 years clean and sober, and 11 years with David. So, you know...
That was lovely.
What can I tell
you? Will you ever drink again, you think?
No.
Yeah, because I don't drink at all. I haven't drunk for about 6 or 7 years or something.
You haven't, really?
Yeah.
No?
No. And I think every now and often, you know, I'll see someone having a beer on a hot day, and I think, well,
I'm an expert on non-alcoholic beers.
Ah, so that's...
I can tell you which is... I'm kind of like fine wines. I sip them and sniff them and go, yeah, this is a good one.
But that speaks to me.
But you don't... Cocktails are a nightmare, aren't they? Do you know?
I tell you what, I really miss a margarita.
You miss a margarita?
I can't listen to Status Quo as a result. But I mean, the concept of those sort of drinks, because even if you have a virgin drink, it's never the same. It hasn't got that kick, has it?
No.
Let's go out and get shit-faced. We won't tell you. I'll mind your back, you mind mine. But what about stuff like food and stuff like that? Because I know you've always watched your weight. You've gone up, you've gone down.
Oh, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I've only got to pass a baker's window and I put on 50 pounds. I've only got to look at something and I go, yeah. That's my drug of choice. I love food, and it's hard when you get older. I mean, I'm working out at the moment. I'm doing really well. I'm fine, you know, trying to.
You're looking slimmer than last time I saw you. You're looking fitter.
Yes, I am. Yeah. And I've been playing tennis and stuff like that. So you have to watch it. I'm not built like the Mick Jaggers and the David Bowies of this world, unfortunately. But that's, you know, that's life.
I imagine David must be, well, he's obviously, you know, you found your ideal partner.
Right.
If you row, okay, everyone rows.
Yes, we do.
Who's the one who makes the first move to make things up? Who's the peacekeeper?
We both are in a way. I mean, I'm...
He's putting a slightly different face back there. I don't know what.
No, he's pretty... David's very docile and stoic. And I'm, you know, I'll throw the cheapest thing I can. I won't look around in my house and find, you know, something to throw.
Do you actually do faux stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I threw a bottle of Listerine in a hotel in New York, and it just went everywhere. There was blue curtains, blue everything.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Dusty Springfield used to throw things. We're both Aries. I suppose it's like, I don't know.
You can't blame your horoscope sign.
Yes, you can. Hitler was an Aries.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Is it true you two send each other an anniversary card every weekend?
Yes. We met on a Saturday, and for 11 years, constantly, no matter where we are, whether in Britain, we give it to each other personally, but if I'm away or David's away, we send each other a fax or a card by a courier so that we, yeah, it's a very nice thing to do.
That's one of the sweetest things I think I've ever heard about a relationship.
It just keeps us in touch with each other. And we talk on the phone every day, but it's nice to reaffirm your feelings for someone.
Let's talk about the album then, because, you know, I'm a fan of yours. I grew up listening to your music. And, you know, when you grow up listening to someone, the music they made when you first discovered them always has a very special place in your heart. You know, those early albums. And then you went for a period where I could appreciate what you were doing, but I didn't like it as much. It didn't speak to me as much. Right. Now you seem to be getting back to that earlier sound, back to basics.
Yeah, I think what we did with the last album, which was called Songs from the West Coast, Bernie and I got together in the summertime before we made the album.
Now, this is Bernie Taupin,
Bernie
of course.
Taupin, yeah.
Who you haven't worked with all the time, have you?
We had never broke up. We wrote a couple of albums with different people in the 80s. But to enable a relationship to stay together for 38 years, you have to give people the freedom to, you know, do what they want. Otherwise, you just can't say, you can't write with me.
It's not that you belong
with
to me.
anybody else.
No.
Yeah. So, and that's kept us together. We've been writing for 38 years. And we sat down 2 albums ago and said, listen, let's try and make let's be not so lazy. Let's try and make an album and record an album when we want to. I think we made a lot of albums because we had to, and when we didn't really want to.
So when you say you had to, what, you were under contract?
Yeah,
and
it was time to make an album, and that's not really sometimes the best reason.
But there was some good,
there was some really great stuff on all those albums, but it wasn't the cohesiveness from start to finish, because I was so influenced by other people. There would be one song that sounded like this, another song that sounded in another genre, and with Songs from the West Coast and the new one, Peachtree Road, it sounds like there's a beginning and an end, and everything fits together.
There's a development there.
Yeah, and I went back to playing with the band and playing, making simpler songs, playing more piano. My fans were saying, you know, you should play more piano, and I said, oh, bugger off, I can do what I like. And they were absolutely right. I'm trying to be Elton now, not trying to be anybody else.
There are other people out there trying to sound a bit like you, though. I don't know if you heard the Scissor Sisters.
Well, I love the Scissor Sisters.
Yeah.
And
it really is like early Elton, isn't it?
Well, that's great. It's a great compliment. And, you know, they played 2 shows with me during the summer. I absolutely adore them. I think the album's brilliant, and I think, you know, they're the real deal.
Yeah.
I get my energy and my influence and my enthusiasm from listening to new acts. And if I can champion them and help them out, I do write a column for Interview magazine in America. When I was starting out in America, I had a telegram from George Harrison, who I'd never met. I toured with Leon Russell, who was my idol at the time, who was so great to me. I met Bob Dylan at the Fillmore's, who came and said hello and said how much he liked some of the songs we did. The band, who were my favourite band at the time, flew down to Philadelphia to see one of our shows. That gave me so much sort of confidence, and it sort of ratified that what I was doing was okay. And I've never forgotten that. And I try and do that for younger acts. A lot of my peers don't listen to new music, but I get, you know, there's so much great stuff going on in Britain, especially at the moment.
Yeah, it really seems to
come alive. You look at the British album charts and you see the diversity between, say, The Streets, Joss Stone, Jamelia, Estelle, the Libertines, Snow Patrol, Milo. There's so much different stuff going on. And it's not the same in America. There's not as much diversity. The amount of talent that's coming from this country has never been stronger over the last 10 years. It's the best it's been for a while.
What about the ageing process? Because you're going to be 60 in a couple of years' time.
Yeah, I am, yes.
Okay, which is, you look fabulous. For a man in his late 50s, you look fantastic. You know, especially having been through what you've been through.
Yeah.
I imagine, knowing the little I do about you, you like a party, don't you, Elton?
I'm planning the 60th as we speak.
You started planning it already?
Yeah, I'm going to have it, hopefully, at a film stage.
Yeah. Holly, we got a picture there of you. That was at your 50th birthday
Yeah.
party, I believe. That was... now, and did you then... You changed into something special for the party after that?
Yes, I did. That was just for the furniture van ride there.
Yeah, because you had to ride there in a furniture van, didn't you?
Yeah, I couldn't get... No, of course I was like... We were... And an hour and a half. We live in Shepherd's Bush, and we were going to the Hammersmith Palais, which is not far. Hour and a half. Driver took the wrong way. The wig weighed 11.5 pounds. And every time we moved, it was like... And I was in such a bad mood and in such pain. By the time we got there, and I was going... And as the van sort of, like... sort of opened up at the back, I went from going... to... I got to get this bloody wig off. And luckily I had a spare. A different one.
But you see, that's your own fault.
That's my own fault.
Because you thought, okay...
I said to David, I would never let me do this again.
So next year, next big party, birthday party, not fancy dress, yeah?
It is fancy dress.
Oh, well, Elton.
Yeah, it's more fun.
Well, what are you going to wear? But you got yourself all grumpy that night because you were wearing a silly wig.
Yeah.
Well, then you've not learned anything.
Well, I just, you know, you have to have fancy dress. It's more fun.
You don't have to have fancy dress.
It's more fun.
I know, I had fancy dress for my last birthday, but it's not the point. You don't have to have it.
You don't have to have it, but I want it.
All right, what are you going as?
Don't know yet.
Well, what's it going to be? What theme?
Anything goes. You can't have one theme. You just... there were people at my 50th that I didn't realise were there because they were in fancy dress and I didn't recognise them.
Well, where's the fun in that?
It's great because you don't have to say hello to them then.
Yeah. All right. Well, I bet it'll be a huge bash.
It will be... At 60, you have to have a huge
Wow,
bash,
it's going to be enormous.
You'll be coming.
Am I invited?
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not coming. I have to wear a wig, though.
Yeah. You don't have to wait. You can come what you like.
I'll shave my head for you.
Well, if you have more nits, you'll have to. Yeah. You can get those spots taken away, by the way.
Elton, it's always...
that one there, you can have it removed.
I've got a little lump there. You see what he's doing now? He's being rude.
You got one in the eye as well.
What the... What's... You cheeky old... I'll have another lump removed in a minute. You off the couch. You daft old pudding.
No, shut up.
All right,
you can, though. You can have it done.
I know I can. Who's rubbing in? Sir Elton John is going to perform live for us, ladies and gentlemen, 2 tracks from his new album. The album's called Peachtree Avenue, is that right?
Road.
Peachtree Road, right. Peachtree Road.
That's not Peachtree Spot. It's Peachtree Road, yeah.
Leave the spot so you'll be knowing no songs and I'll get the Scissor Sisters on.
You'll be doing pantomime this year, Passing Boots, right?
There's no passing, they're cosmetic. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, he's going to perform live for you again. You know what? I love you. I love having you on the show, and I'm just so thrilled that you're doing stuff that you enjoy and that you're happy. It's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
To see you again.
It's great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Elton John.